Once again. I'm just trying to get Xolani on back. It was a very heated argument. It was a very heated interview, and I'm just trying to get him to join me. There he is. Oh, fantastic!
My brother,
How are you?
I'm back. Sorry about that. I don't know what happened. Yeah.
Yeah, but it's fine. I saved the first video as part one,
All
so
right.
this will be our part two,
Okay.
right? So I was still explaining to you the idea of a winning attitude,
Yes. Yes.
uh, which stipulates that whenever you receive negative or bad things, it might be feedback, it might be criticism from people, all those kind of things.
Yeah.
Always have a winning attitude towards the approach. How do you then do that? I give an example of you being my boss and criticizing the work that I do.
Mm-hmm.
And after such a criticism, what I will say is, okay, ngiyabonga boss. What you actually gave me was an honest feedback and fuel
Yeah.
for me to continue doing better. And thank you for that honest opinion, because that will help me to improve in the next report. So what does this do? The winning attitude, what it does is that it makes the boss to wonder, but lo mfana unjani? How can you, after such a negative feedback, even be proud and thankful
Yeah.
for that kind of feedback? So the moment you do that, you start to question their credibility. And once you do that, they won't bother you again.
Mm.
Why? Because regardless of what they do, regardless of how much they criticize your work, you continue working with a smile. But in
Yeah.
terms of the solution, because you are hurt, because these people are criticizing you. In my language, they say Likunutu le Morena. I think there's somewhere, somehow, you've heard such a song called Likunutu le Morena. In
Oh,
English, is the secret space.
mm-hmm.
So what the secret space does is that after all the bad, hectic day you had, you go to that particular corner and cry to your Lord to say, I have this. I had one of the most baddest day ever. And regardless of everything that is happening, Lord, I just want to thank you for the challenges that you brought me today, because they're going to help me in the next challenge. The problem is we do not understand the importance of pain and the importance of negative criticism.
Yep.
Why is it important? I usually say pain is one of the most effective ways that leads to growth. So if you are not feeling any pain, you are not growing.
You're not
And
growing.
the people who run away from pain usually are the people who face pain the most, and even times two or even times 10, the pain. So
Yeah.
what do I mean by this? Whenever you are in a painful experience, try to sit down and learn what is it that this pain is teaching. Because a lot of times we are actually trying to run away from the pain, and pain is not the enemy, but is a friend.
Mm.
Just like you said, that after all the people were saying this, you were hurt. It was a painful experience,
Yeah.
but you grew from that pain, meaning pain is the only way to grow.
It
But
is.
unfortunately, we grow with the ideology that pain is a bad thing. But as I said, pain is not the enemy here.
Not.
Pain is the friend.
Yes. 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 That's so true, brother. That is so true.
Yeah, so before I let you go, Xolani, I want to give you this platform. Ngine data ungawari, and I think our viewers also have enough data to
Yeah.
give you a platform to share your last words with the viewers. What kind of message do you have to the entire South African globe and to each and every person who is listening right now? And be like, Xolani, but I want to be like you. Or perhaps I admire you, inspire me, your work does this. Or whatever somebody is saying, I'm depressed, I've been failing consistently, and I don't seem to be getting it right. What kind of message do you have for those kind of people?
Um. I I live my life based on a philosophy. I call it the PVP. And the
Mhm.
likes I be saying, is that because she is a member of my NGO, SARH. I always keep in mind my purpose of existence. Why? Why are we
Mm.
alive? You know, what is the reason behind your existence? And that's the first P. And then the second V, it's the vision. What is your vision?
Yeah.
Your vision is like now you breaking down your purpose into small, manageable goals. And then
Yeah.
lastly, keep what is your passion? Those three words means a lot to me. And I believe that if we can only focus on that, more especially us as young people, if we can always strive to understand what is our purpose, why are we alive, what is our vision, how are we willing to make change to ourselves, our families, and our community, and the passion, what skills are we going to use to achieve our visions, as well as our purpose. So always
Mm.
that in mind. Once we figure that with certainty, we will start, doing things that are aligned to the universe. Automatically will start responding to the energy that you put forward. And one other important thing once you understand those things is to uh, have emotional intelligence, more especially
Mm.
be strong mentally. Because everything starts here. I always
Yeah, true.
I always fight people when I'll make an example when they say my dream car it's a Polo, and there's nothing wrong with it. I want you to understand it from how I look at it. I would normally say,
Hmm.
why can't you dream of having a BMW or a Maserati? Because here is the common thing between the two, between someone who dreams of a Polo and someone who dreams of a Maserati. Both cars are a dream.
Yeah.
And both the individuals, they do not have the money to buy the cars that they're dreaming about, which makes it.
Mm.
However, it's the standard that you set. If you aim for a 50, you will put effort for a 50. If you're aiming for 100%, you will put in the effort for you to get 100%. So it is up to how we think. The only limits are in our minds. I never thought that I would get 100% in any module. But once I started to speak those words into myself, I started getting that and I couldn't believe it. And I've tried it with so many things that I don't put limits to myself, you know.
Mm.
And what's
Mm.
the nice thing? You don't lower your standards. It's if you're aiming for
Yeah.
100, if you don't get 100, you fail, but then you will get a 90 or an 80, which
Yeah.
is still good. So it's all up here. Once you tell yourself that you can do something or you can't, you're actually correct. It's entirely up to you. And also avoid this thing of adopting other people's failures. You know,
Mm.
uh, we like to consume the negative energy that we never even like give it an attempt to try. But you would see, being a chartered accountant, it's hard. It's hard for you. I haven't tried it. I can't say
Yeah.
you can't talk negative to yourself without trying first. You can't say something is hard without you trying first. You know what you can learn from from the situations whereby you find people telling you about how hard something is or how difficult it is to accomplish something. Just understand that it is not easy to get what you want. That's the best lesson. Other than cut it out, come up with strategies
Yeah.
to overcome that. Come up with better plans. Always identify the right people to surround yourself with. I am a representation of a lot of people, as I am here. Most of my friends are doing good academically. The likes of Joyce Holly, she's also on this live. She's doing good because I always try to surround myself with people who are doing good or even way better than me in terms of what I want to
True.
achieve. I see the likes of Svang Amabuza as well. He's my best friend. We've been together from first year. And he is one person who can also testify to say that it is entirely up to your mindset, and keeping the right company around you. So that is very important for us as young people, and I want us to take advantage of social media. This is a very powerful tool that we can actually expand the network. This is a very powerful tool that we can use to actually, attract and learn from the people who are living the life that we want. The likes of you're an upcoming author. I'm also in the journey of finishing my book, but I'll share more.
Congratulations.
Not I'm still working on that as well. So, getting to talk to someone like you, someone who's also in the same journey, we can speak the same language. We can understand each other. Through our conversations, value is being exchanged. So that is the power of the network as well. The people that surround you. It should be the people who are doing what you want to do, or people who are excelling in what you want to do. But then that doesn't mean we should ignore those who are not, I want to put it as a level, not in a bad way. It doesn't mean, okay, let's say, for example, I'm doing my master's. It doesn't mean that I should ignore people who are doing honors or their undergrad studies. As much as I'm inspired by people who are doing masters and PhD when it comes to academics. So it must be a chain. We need to learn how to help each other as young people as well.
Yeah.
It is very, very, very important because I've got to learn over the years that as young people, we tend to be very quick to congratulate people, Not in a bad way. I do not get excited from congratulations only because I got to identify this gap. Most people who will congratulate you, chances are they want what you achieved. They are not asking you how. How did you achieve? Of which I find it to be the most important question we should be asking ourselves. You get so many distinctions. How do you do it? And then we start formation. That is what mentorship should be. Not to say, no, man, you need to work hard. No, I need to explain to you that I course night every day. I put in the work. Like, I have my notes. I organize everything. I attend classes. Like, give in the details of what it takes to achieve something. And as young people, we have the power to do that. Like Smanga says, unity. Unity is very, very, very key. Once we are united, once we join forces, I promise you, brother, I promise you. And with that being said, I want to help you. Once your book is out, I want to help you by promoting your book at no cost. I will be an ambassador for your book. Once you publish it, I will use my platforms to practice what I'm saying. I'm saying we should help each other. And I want to start that with you. So once your book is up, hit me up. I'll also try to find, people who are willing to help you to get your book out there, to support you and you grow as an author. So do hit me up once your book is up. I'm more than ready to help you out, buddy.
I will say, I think you are Zulu, right?
Tsonga.
You are Tswana? Tsonga.
Yeah.
Correct?
Yeah, you're correct.
Okay. Just in my closing, firstly, a lot of times the problem is not the problem, but how we see the problem is the problem. I hope that the statement is well understood. Because just to give it a bit of an example, a divorce is a problem, but a divorce could also be an opportunity for you to do better. So what do I mean by this? The problem is not the problem. The problem is how you see the problem. Secondly, thou shalt not cry in the language that people understand, because they'll always give you reasons to cry. But if you cry in a language that they don't understand, the moment they understand the language you're using while crying, you'll be done crying. What do I mean by this? As you said, a lot of time we take our problems to social media so that people could see that hashtag men are trash because of the ex or the person you dated and stuff like that, So the moment you cry in that language, people will give you reasons to cry because they know what makes you cry. But if you cry in a language that they do not understand, the moment they understand the language you cry, you'll be done crying. Xolani, thank you very much. Ngiyabonga Brian na cancer. Shukemusu katekesi and before I even start to say other things. But thank you very much for honoring this request. It really means a lot to me and to my show.
Thanks a lot, man. I appreciate you inviting me through to this interview. It was very fruitful, and I believe that we got to learn from each other, and also to learn from comments, because I've been reading the comments and people are saying very constructive things, and I love. We are supposed to close, but I want to say something else. I love to.
No problem.
I love to tackle things as they come. I believe that sometimes most decisions are the decisions that we take now. The best decisions for our lives, we take them now. We don't postpone them. So with you being in the process of writing a book, with me being in the process of writing a book, and I also saw someone as well here who was talking about that. So I am thinking of creating that network, the network of writers. I see Tabi, the author as well. What's the name? Is it Last Brem? I don't know if Last Bamen, I don't know if I call it right. He says, I want to write a book as well about my life and story. Another soon, and you're back.
Yeah.
Oh, I was saying that I want us to create that platform, to get people who are interested in writing, be it books or articles, whatever it is. But because I saw one here on the comments, and I am willing to say, okay, this is how you can start and provide support where possible. Because the most challenging thing sometimes is to get started, So we should encourage people to start, because once you start, now it's a matter of learning your next best move. But starting it's a challenge. So as young people, let's help each other, more especially on phases or stages where we are starting, be it business or anything that we do. But let us be more supportive when we are starting things. But with that being said, man, thanks a lot for the interview. I hope we will do it again. I enjoyed it, and keep doing the great work, man. You doing, and I see you growing. By the end of this year, with consistency, you will actually be someone that you never thought you'd be. So don't give up. Keep going. Stay positive. Put in the work. And believe in yourself. More importantly, help others. Network. Yeah, man. Thanks, bro.
Yeah, hence I said at the beginning of the show that this talk show, it aims to inspire, to educate, and to create network. So I think people are free to either inbox me or you with regards to mentorship, whatever, and then we shall take it from there. So I will save this video like I saved it as part 2, and then everyone who missed it can be able to get an opportunity to say it again. And once again, thank you.
All right, man. No
Cheers.
problem. No problem. We shall communicate. And guys, thank you for joining. Tabi, so you're joining late. What's your problem? And Chino, you guys, come on. All right, ciao, bro.
Sharp, sharp.